What is up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to the CheezeTalk Podcast. I am your host, Brian Rago. Tonight, I am joined by Mr. James Jefferson, or at J16 James, correct?
Yes.
And tonight, we'll be talking with him a little bit about training camp, since it's been a while since we've talked, and I believe last time we talked, training camp was just about to begin. But on the brighter side of that, we'll be asking James some questions to get to know James a little bit better. Some non-sports questions. It's always fun to do every once in a while to get to pick the brain of your guest. But before I get to James tonight, I'd like to give a shout out to the Ope Network for giving me the chance to do a pod under their umbrella, the Ope Network. They are 13 followers away on Twitter from giving away that elusive 8x10 Jair Alexander signed or autographed picture. So 13 followers away. That's Ohana_Packers. James, what do you think about training camp so far?
I like the way it's going.
Yeah, I like the attitude of all the players and how they love the new D coordinator. That's awesome.
Breath of fresh air.
Right? I was watching the Romeo Dubs interview from that. I think it was from the Jim Rome show.
I saw that,
and he's just like speechless. Like, we're gonna dominate this year. It's gonna be awesome.
Now, Packers Nation, please forgive me, but if you saw my tweet today, I gave out my list of playoff teams from this year.
You had them in the wild card.
Yes.
11-6.
Yes.
I saw that.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Hey, no worries. I'd rather be less optimistic and make it far versus being like, well, hell yeah, we're going, 15-1 or whatever it was, 15-2 and out first round. You know what I'm saying? That's happened to us how many years?
Too many.
Yeah, so I'd rather be kind of on the caution side. But yet we've all built up this offseason like it's been the best we've had in a handful of years. And all of a sudden here we are putting them in the wild card. Whatever. Who cares? It's what you think, right?
It's just the way the Detroit Lions played last year.
Yeah.
They got my attention.
Yeah.
They have my attention.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Kind of seeing them how do I say it? Reflect their coach doing up downs in training camp. I don't know. I mean, for me, up down when I was in school was you chop your feet standing straight up and you drop to your belly and you get back up.
Oh, damn.
Did you see what they're doing in training camp for up downs?
Mm-mm.
It's like their body was like arched. They didn't go all the way down flat. They kind of like a triangle. They weren't even going all the way down to the ground.
Oh, wow.
But whatever. I'm just being picky, probably, but whatever. Ooh, let's see what we got going on here for a comment. Hey, Brian. Hi, James. What's up, Cassie? If anybody wants to chime in some questions for James, go ahead and send them via the message button. But we'll what do you think of the Bears last night?
Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Wasn't much of nothing. I mean, we're gonna see what Caleb Williams can do.
Yeah. I had to turn the game off because I just got sick of them like praising Caleb Williams the whole time. The whole time I was watching the game, Caleb this last year at USC, and here's his. It's just I was done with it. I just couldn't. I will say, deal with it.
I told people this before. Man. This kid is something special. I'm just gonna say that. He's not, I mean, I'm not gonna call him a generational talent, but he's a special talent.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens when he gets to the end when he plays his first game. I was surprised Caleb Williams didn't play. I'm not. The money they gave him and everything, they're going to keep him away from injury potential situations as much as possible. If he's going to get injured, they want him to get injured during the regular season, not even before the season starts. I mean, you don't want to see a player get injured at all,
Right.
but when you have a player telling his teammates in the film session that he made $25 million signing bonus, you want to protect that guy. But yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't play. That usually happens with top tier talent, especially at quarterback position. Because if he's going to be what they think he's going to be, I wouldn't play him either.
Yeah, just ask the Jets. Oops, did I say that out loud? Oops.
Oh man, that's a low blow. Come on, that's an Achilles blow.
I'm sorry, I love Rodgers too, man. I'm sorry, but I had to say it.
Yeah, no worries there. Well, you want to get into some questions?
Let's go.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Los Angeles.
Why is that?
Warm weather. And all the celebrities are out there.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok and I happen to come across, it's always interesting watching like these live feeds on TikTok of people like in food trucks. Like, so I just like to see, because I like to cook. So I like to see like what they're making and try to get new ideas, And there's this guy that I found. His name is Clover King on TikTok. And from what I get, did he get a paparazzi shot of some celebrity? He got a shot of them after something big happened. Sold the picture for like $80,000 or sold the video for $80,000. Partied hard, drugs, whatever. It's pretty much like one of those like little like homeless camps where it's like a little tiny metal building that you live in. And then he started like making these food videos, making food and stuff. And he goes TikTok live on the corner of like downtown LA. Then people like send him money via like Venmo or whatever it is, or they send him like donations. And there'll be people like making deliveries of like big cartons of eggs and like cases of eggs and like bacon and soda and this and that. And he'll ask for like, say a burrito's like $10. I mean, these burritos are huge, and he'll like say someone will like donate, say $40, so that's 4 burritos, and somebody else donates whatever is like 6 burritos. So he have like 10 burritos to give out. And whenever there's like a police officer walking by, he always like, okay, you want a burrito? It's on me. Like people donate and buy random people food, like acts of kindness. And these last few days, he's been down on Skid Row in Los Angeles, like feeding the homeless.
Oh, wow.
And there's other guys, like there's like I think he's called like the LA Glizzy, like hot dogs, and bunch of food people that make food, like food trucks and food stands. They all get together and help each other, like support and feed the homeless and stuff like that. So I think just that when you said LA, it's like, yeah, that'd be cool to go there and just drop by and say what's up to the Clover King.
I just found him on TikTok too, by the way.
Yeah, he was up to like 1.5 million people watching his stream yesterday. And people like send him like coffee and ice and cases of water just to hand out to the homeless, and he'll go to like Costco on these big shopping trips and spend a bunch of money. Then he'll go out and get donations to feed people, and so I think that's pretty cool, But
it's always good to help people.
Yeah, I kind of dove into a rabbit hole on TikTok here the last few days, watching those videos. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Being lied to.
Being lied to? Yeah.
You got something to say, just say it to me straight up. I'm a man, I can take it.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate being lied to, especially when the Bear fans think like Caleb Williams is like the next big thing, and we all know he's.
I mean, they. I'm okay with that. That's Greater, you know the old saying, the greater expectation, the greater the disappointment. Let them be.
Yeah.
Let them say
Yeah.
that. They'll be all right.
Yeah. Let them think that until he breaks their heart. What was your favorite toy as a kid?
You know, I never really played with many toys growing up. Really, I mean, I was more of a video game person.
Yeah.
To tell you the honest truth.
What was your favorite video game?
Oh, any of the Madden games. I had all of them from 05 up until I think 2017. So 2017 was the last one I bought.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I have a Nintendo 64 still from back when I was a kid that my kids actually still play to this day with the games that I had. I think it's NFL. It isn't my favorite game, but I like any sports games. But I know I have an NFL quarterback club, 96 or 98, and Brett Favre's on the cover of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but yeah, I got all my gaming consoles from when I was a kid, all the way from the original Nintendo, still being used.
I've had five different game systems. I had a GameCube, PlayStation 2, a Wii. Now I've got a PS4 and an Xbox One.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I have too many. I have too many to name off. I can't remember all the ones I have. The most recent one is the Xbox Series X, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, it was a PS4, and that was back when Taco Bell had their Live Mas.
Yeah, I remember
promotion,
that.
And my wife won the Xbox, and she didn't tell me about it. She won it like in August of whatever year it was, and ended up keeping it a secret all the way until Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And that was my Christmas present. So
now that's a damn good gift.
Yeah, back then that was a shit back in the day. My kids still play it. My kids still pop in all the old Madden games, the old NBA 2K, whatever it is, and I think I still have Grand Theft Auto for that system, and hey, it still works, man. Gets the job done.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite AFC team?
Y'all forgive me again. It used to be, but not anymore. The Pats. Yeah, again, forgive me.
Okay, no worries there.
Tom Brady was my good. He was my dude. He was my guy.
Yeah,
I love watching that team.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, he had like an average offense around him. He didn't have like any major like superstars. He had people that all had the same goal in mind.
Well, 2007 aside.
Yeah.
Because I can argue that team was as good as any.
Yeah. But for the most part, he was taking less money so they could have more money to spread around for talent, But for me, growing up, I liked the Raiders when Woodson played for the Raiders as an AFC team, because I'm like a Woodson stan. And
between us, did you think that was a fumble, the Tuck Rule game, or not?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I did, but it is what it is, and that's why they made the rule change, and they favored Tom Brady. Hey, at least it didn't happen to the Packers. Something like that. Well, the Fail Mary, that's kind of comparable.
Don't even. Don't even go there.
But you take the Fail Mary, but then you say that in return we got the two
the block. I'll take that over the block punt in the San Francisco playoff game,
or the botched onside kicks by
Brandon Bostic.
By Brandon Bostic. I still, those two Hail Marys that Rodgers threw are just crazy. To Richard Rodgers.
The Detroit one.
Was it Jeff Janis?
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy. But still, that Hail Mary was BS.
Yes, it was.
It was, and they knew it all along. You know, and it makes my blood boil just thinking about it.
11 years later, it's so hard to forgive.
Yeah, right. But yeah, favorite place to vacation.
Okay, I've only taken like 3 vacations my whole life, but I will say Green Bay tops the list.
Okay.
First time I went was actually my high school graduation gift. My parents surprised me with tickets to go up to Lambeau to do a stadium tour for the weekend.
Okay.
And I had the time of my life. I still got pictures of that. I still got pictures of that even now.
Yeah.
Or not? No, that was my 8th grade graduation gift. I remember, yeah, because I was so young back then.
Okay.
And then I went to South Carolina for a road trip to see family one time, and I went to West Virginia when I was really young, but I don't really remember that.
Okay. I'd have to say for me, it would be my middle brother was big into soccer, like the select team, and we went to Toronto for a tournament. And then one of my best friends got married out in Virginia Beach, and we had a weekend out, or not. I don't even know how many days it was. I know there's a lot of drinking involved, but we were out in Virginia Beach. So the story goes, me and a buddy wanted to go out a day early, right? So his dad lived in Chicago. I was in Madison. So that night we went and partied in Chicago, downtown Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, my buddy's dad's picking us up at bar time to take us to the airport to fly out, right? So we get on the plane, we both pass out. So we wake up as we land in like Norfolk or whatever it was. And my buddy goes to get out of his seat and he's still strapped in. He gets yanked back to his seat by the seat belt. So we get off from the airport and we go get a rental car. And my buddy's like, I want to get full insurance on this car. And he asked some questions. He's like, you can wrap this thing around the tree and you're covered. He's like, that's what we need. So we go to the beach, Virginia Beach, on the beach there. It wasn't quite noon yet, so we couldn't get into our hotel room. It was like maybe like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So we just went to the beach and we passed out on the beach. And we both wake up. He's like, dude, man, you're like a lobster. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, and I go to him. I'm like, you're burnt pretty bad, man. And I was burnt so bad that I had to like lean up against a wall to brace myself going to the bathroom because I was so dehydrated and my legs would cramp up on me. And the next day, we were in a wedding on the beach in black tuxedos in like 90-degree weather. But yeah, that was probably one of the dumbest.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, no, it was my fault. It was the drinking was taking over. But that was probably one of it was a fun weekend, but it was. I remember my girlfriend at the time, she's my girlfriend, but now she's my wife. She was peeling sheets of skin off of me and like off the back of my head and my shoulders and my back and my legs. I was burnt pretty bad.
Good Lord.
Yeah. She's not too fond of that weekend, but hey, it was fun. Every once in a while it gets brought up in front of the kids, and don't be like your dad when he was younger. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Okay.
Actually, well, I'm kind of in between now. I'm kind of like, I get up early in the morning, but now, I used to do that all the time, but now that I kind of hate it now as an adult.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I'm more of a night owl.
Yeah, I can be both. But lately I've been sleeping in the morning, so it's been nice. and I try to go to bed before 10 o'clock at night. I used to be a night owl, but you start having like uneven like habits of like staying up and waking up early. At some point, you're going to crash, and I can't afford to like crash. I mean, like, fall asleep unexpectedly at home doing something or playing around. And the next thing you know, my kids are, trying to burn the house down.
Oof.
So, because I got 2 kids sitting around me right now laughing at me. But I used to be a night owl, but I would wake up like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning for work. So I don't know. I can be both. Depends on what's going on, Let me see here. One thing that is overrated.
Okay, I've said this before to people, and I know I'm gonna piss people off, but I'm gonna say it. Spaghetti.
Yeah. My kids love spaghetti, but people have their own opinions. Yeah. So like when our kids have their birthdays, and we always ask them like what they want to have for their birthday meal, and I got my boy sitting next to me that always wants to have spaghetti. Then you just load it with Parmesan cheese and meatballs, and yeah.
Mommy.
Everyone's got their own opinion though, right? Right, kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for my one boy's birthday was July 29th. He wanted hot dogs and brats. So we had hot dogs and brats. Riley, stop. You're going to knock the computer down. But the one birthday, me and my boy had a hot dog eating contest. The one that had the one of the hot dogs, and we had like the bigger hot dogs and then the smaller ones, and he had like 8 or 9 of the smaller ones.
And you had like 6 of the bigger ones.
I had more than 6 of the bigger ones.
8?
I had like 10, 11, 12 of the bigger ones.
Oh, probably 25.
But yeah, no, it's always fun just to play little games with kids, on their birthdays.
I remember when we were younger, we would have an eating contest with all of us.
Yeah, we would.
I always failed.
You'd always fail?
No, Dad would always win.
I would polish you guys under the rug in an eating contest.
You would win in like 20 seconds.
Yeah. What is your favorite pizza topping?
Sausage and pepperoni.
Okay.
Not the biggest pizza eater either, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Again, sorry to all of my Chicagoans, because I know they crave their deep dish pizza, and especially deep dish.
Ooh, yeah. I would drive all the way to Schaumburg if I had to get a Giordano's deep dish pizza.
See, I'm a thin crust person. I can't.
I like both, but when I get the chance to have an authentic Chicago deep dish pizza, I'm taking the chance. I'll have a thin crust all day long, but like a couple of years ago, my daughter had a cheer competition in Schaumburg, and we ordered Giordano's to the hotel, and that pizza was like 35 pounds.
Oh wow!
It was heavy, and it was thick, and it was like a encrusted cake. Like it had it was huge.
Oh yeah.
It had it was so good.
Yeah, wasn't it like this? Like a pie piece?
Yeah, it was like a big.
Exactly what it looks like. It's like it's a big. That's exactly what it looks like. It's like a huge piece of pie.
Yeah, you eat one of those by yourself, a whole pizza, you're gonna gain like 40 pounds.
What is each of those?
Riley, stop. Do you like to be early or late?
Depends on the situation.
I was gonna say it depends on the situation.
See, if it's a doctor's appointment, I'm always early.
Yeah.
Hell, if it's a party though, I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife and kids, they'll vouch I like to be early. Sometimes having 5 kids, you get the places late just because getting them all wrangled and ready and buckled in and ready to go. But I'm typically like to be early just in case, something comes up, or like to the doctors, I like to be early in case I can get in earlier. It's always a good thing. Let me see here. What fictional place would you like to go to?
I feel like Alcatraz was fictional, man. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'll have to think about that.
My answer every time is Bikini Bottom. I'd go raise hell at the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, I'm about to think of that. That's a. Oh, I got it. In a galaxy far, far away. Let me go see Darth Vader, and
Okay.
let me go meet him.
I know I've had people in the past say Narnia. They go to.
Ooh.
So I'm still going with Bikini Bottom just because I love SpongeBob, and I like his dry sense of humor, and I just think like the whole setting, you know, is I just think is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what is like Narnia or?
No, I don't even know what Narnia is, to be honest. I have no idea, but people say Narnia, so I'll let them go with that. Is it like some type of cartoon or like a movie series like that?
Movie series.
Okay, some fictional movie series.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I'm not too much into like the sci-fi, like outer space type movies. I'm more like
if you've seen Lion King, Narnia is pretty close to that.
Okay, I guess with having 5 kids, like if a movie comes on and we watch it, it's got to be like PG or PG-13 just because it's such an age difference with my kids that we have to watch a movie that everyone agrees on. So I tend to watch all the Disney movies and all that fun stuff. So if time or money were no issue, what hobby would you get into?
Traveling. Probably.
Yeah, traveling's fun. It does cost a lot of money. On what?
I don't know.
Get an ice pack. Okay. Yeah, for me, it'd either be traveling. I'd get a big RV and drive around at least the United States, or I would drive around and I would have my own. I was gonna say paraphernalia. That's not the wrong answer. I can't even. I have brain fry right now. Memorabilia, sports memorabilia.
There you go.
I'd go to like and spend like big money, have like my own agency, have like my own like not warehouse, but like my own storefront and maybe sell it online, and I just get to know like some of these players, get their autographs, and stuff like that. I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah.
I fly to like different cities like every couple of weeks and meet up with the team and pay them X amount of money to have like a signing session, and hell yeah,
that'd be nice.
Yeah, you split it like into 4, like split the year like every 3 months. Like the first 3 months I'd do like I don't know NFL. The next 3 months I'd do like NBA, then like baseball,
and then
hockey, maybe like hockey or something like that. That'd be. Or even now you can get into like college sports, some type of pay the athletes.
Yep.
I've always been a big fan of like memorabilia stuff.
So have I.
So yeah, one day when I get my man cave in my house, I'm gonna have right now all my stuff is boxed up. I have a lot of stuff to put up, but I just don't have the space to put it, So one day when the kids are no longer around the house, hopefully one day, and I'll have my man cave set up and it'll be cool. What is the best single day on the calendar for you?
Well, it's coming up in a month and 6 days.
September 6th?
8th.
Is it the 8th?
Yep, my birthday.
Yeah, your birthday. I was going to say, the Packers play the 6th, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Well, what that be? That's going to be an awesome birthday present when they beat the Eagles.
Hopefully.
Come on, be optimistic.
What? Again, I'm a big believer. I mean, I didn't like the way Philadelphia finished last year. I didn't. But you had Saquon Barkley to that team. Yeah, that's good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck
if
for
he
the
can
rest
stay
of the
healthy.
NFC.
If he can stay healthy,
Mm.
you know. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think. I mean, they're going to be playing in Brazil, so it's not really going to be I mean, from the sounds of it, there's a lot of Packer fans in Brazil. So we'll see. Sorry, I just texted my wife back quick. The most interesting place you have been?
Can I say Green Bay once again?
Hey,
I tell you, man.
You got to make sure next time you come up here, let me know. We'll meet up.
I was about to say, man, because the last time I went, 2022, was for the Bears Packers game. Lord have mercy, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it right. Y'all can do some. Y'all are really good with football, with tailgating and the whole game experience. Really.
Yeah,
we stayed up there for I think a week. Yeah, we stayed up there for about a week.
Right.
And we had so much fun.
Yeah. I've been putting it out there. I don't drink anymore, but I'd be more than happy, even if I don't go to a game. I would for sure meet up with people and hang out with them before the game. Like I said, I could have my wife drop me off a couple hours before the game, and I could probably find a tailgate to be at for the whole game, watching the game out in the parking lot somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So anybody out there, if you ever come to Green Bay, let me know. I'll come to a tailgate, hang out, whatever. It'd be awesome. You know, I'm not a drinker, but I can still have fun without drinking. You know? But yeah, Green Bay is awesome. And since the last time you came up here, what year was that you came up here for the stadium tour and all that stuff?
The stadium tour was in 2017.
Okay.
The game I went to was in 2022.
Have you been to the Hall of Fame since they redid it?
No, I haven't.
You need to. You need to check that out. That is awesome. It is so cool. They changed it and they moved it. They moved they moved the pro shop and everything.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, the Hall of Fame's 2 levels. There's escalators that take you from one level to the next level. Obviously, you know, they have that 2 or 3 story Lombardi trophy in the big window there. And I think I told you before, but when you're going down the escalators left to right, they have like every jersey from beginning to every modification to the end, which is pretty cool. Game worn stuff by, you know, Reggie White, Aaron Rodgers. You know, at one time they had like Eddie Lacy. I mean, back when he was like Rookie of the Year and all that. I mean, it's just so cool. It's like no other. It's like you could be a Packer hater, but you can't disrespect the history in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they've been around.
It's breathtaking to look at.
It is. It's like holy crap! Like Reggie White, the great, was wearing these shoes. There's mud on these shoes. There's grass stains on this jersey. There's, you know, nicks in his helmet. There's. I mean, it's just it puts you in a trance, and you think about what was at the time he was wearing it. You know what I'm saying? Which takes me back to the memorabilia thing. I think memorabilia is so cool, and having stuff like that would be awesome.
I will tell you, the one prized possession that I keep to this day, I'm never getting rid of it, never selling it. I'm keeping it forever. I have an autographed picture from Aaron Rodgers, the man himself.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It's the one thing that I've always kept.
Yeah, like my brother, his father-in-law was big into memorabilia. And I know at one point my parents had to get together and my brother's like, hey, come follow me outside. And he's like, here, you want some of this? And it was like, it's just a stack of like autograph stuff, like Brett Favre and whatever. And he gave me like 3 or 4 signed Brett Favre framed pictures. But I think like the 6 bottles of Charles Woodson's wine signed. I have a Packers helmet signed by Woodson. I have a Michigan helmet signed by Woodson. I have an autographed frame picture of Lambeau Field signed by Brett Favre, and he wrote Lambeau Legend below it. I've got Prince Fielder autograph. I got, I think, James Jones, Ryan Grant autograph. They used to have on a radio show here in Green Bay every week when they're back in 2010 or whatever. And I won a chance to go up and get stuff signed by him, so I got some stuff signed by him. Greg Jennings, that snow game against Seattle, making a catch. I got that picture signed. Like I said, I got the stuff to hang. It's just having a space.
Yeah.
You know? And when I do it, I'm gonna spend some money on it and make it look legit, you know. And but yeah, it's just like I said, next time you're in Green Bay, let me know. We'll meet up. We'll bum around the city, do whatever, you know. That'd be awesome to take you around and
you got it.
Show you more of like what there is, what Green Bay has to offer, you know.
I'm planning on coming up for the draft next year.
Oh, I'll be there. I think it'd be cool in the draft. I want to do like a man on the street type thing where you walk in, like you interview people, like ask them, hey, who's your favorite player? Who's your favorite player? And do like a bunch of clips and put them together and have like a podcast. You know, it's just like a man in the street edition. You know, so I think that'd be kind of cool. But I got some ideas floating around, but I'm not gonna do a full blown like podcast from like the draft. It's just gonna be too crazy.
Yeah,
I think you get on the outer side of like where it's a little bit quieter, and you see somebody wearing like a Chiefs. Okay, you see somebody wearing like a Bronco shirt. You're like, oh, who was your favorite Bronco? Or you see someone wearing like a Dolphins shirt. Who's your favorite? Just ask random fans like who their favorite player is, and have like a clip after clip after clip after clip episode. I think would be kind of cool to do. But
Get Bears fans, because
out of this list of quarterbacks in the last 32 years, which one out of these 248 are your favorite? Yeah, like a big scroll.
Truth be told, you could do a whole montage of that. Just do a montage of every quarterback who has failed against. Literally, I kid you not. You could do something like that. Do
every Bear fan. I'll do a Bear episode. Like, go out every Bear fan. Who's your favorite quarterback from the Chicago Bears? Mine's Jay Cutler. Who's yours? Again, did you hear?
Now you see where I'm going. Uh-huh.
Did you hear? Next year, the Packers are going to put his number up in the Ring of Honor at Lambeau Field. They're going to retire his number. Love you, Bear fans.
They had Justin Fields too.
But he wasn't as good as Jay Cutler was. Remember what Charles always said? Jay's going to be Jay. We know we're getting the ball. Let me see. What is worth spending more money on to get the best?
For me, it would be either a jersey or a meal of some, like a good meal of some kind.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what, but
when you go to like some of these places and you don't want to spend, you spend a few bucks on a meal and you get sick from it. I'd rather spend quality money on a quality meal, like a cut of meat or cut of steak,
like a high-end restaurant.
Yeah. Like,
I've been to a few, but I can't think of any of them off the top of my head because it's been so long.
I don't think we were married yet, but when I first met my wife and we were dating, I was going out to California for work. I was going to be out there for like a week and a half. And there's a little nice meal before I left for vacation. Or not vacation, but for work. And I took her out to that was when I was living in the Madison, Wisconsin area, to Melting Pot, and that was super expensive. It was like $170 or something like that we spent.
Whoa.
But nowadays, I mean, you want to take a family of 7 out for a good meal. It doesn't happen as often, but when we do, we spend good money. And we go to like local restaurants or local bars. Bars have good food, you know. There's a bar here in De Pere that supports De Pere athletics, and our kids are all in De Pere athletics and everything, and we'll go there and drop good money just because we know they're local and they support our kids, you know. Back when COVID hit in De Pere here, we didn't go to any like the chain restaurants like the Mickey D's or Burger King or Subway or whatever. We went to picked up from local mom and pop bars, you know, like we order like burgers and fries or like chicken wings or boneless chicken or just, you know,
to keep them running.
It's hard for them, you know. It's a lot harder for those places to stay afloat during COVID than it was like McDonald's or Burger King, because I mean they just make so much damn money as a big corporation versus these little small owners, you know. So like I'd rather spend money, big money, not like huge money, but like, you know, if, like I said, a family of 7, spend decent money on local people and keep them floating versus corporate greed.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, so let me see here. What inspires you to be better?
Honestly, just the fact that I'm still here and I know that I have a purpose somewhere.
Yeah.
Just knowing that I have a place for some, I have a purpose for something.
Yeah.
I found it with my job with journalism. So
yeah, absolutely. I
love what I do.
Right. And I think as long as you feel like you're being utilized for what you're meant for, that's awesome. And if it makes you a better person, more power to you. For me, what inspires me to be better is my family, my kids. I used to always, you know, think like what other people thought of me is like what I should be, but it's more of what I should be for the ones that are closer to me, like my kids and my wife and my kids. I'm not perfect. I have flaws. I make mistakes. I get upset about stuff that I shouldn't get upset about, but we're all human. But at the end of the day, you'll do anything for your kids or for your family, you know? And I think before I had my kids, you know, my one daughter's 15. She turned 15 this past May. And I used to smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. And I chewed at the same time, tobacco. And I made a promise to my wife that if we had kids, I would quit smoking. And I quit cold turkey, but I had a couple times where I relapsed and I smoked again. But I've quit. It's been a long, long time since I had a cigarette. And like I said, I think that made me a better person by trying to ensure my family that I was going to be around as long as possible for them, to where if I was still smoking 2 or 3 packs a day, the chances of me being around wasn't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think little things like that you don't think about when you're young and rebellious are actually come into play when you get older. And like if you have a family and what you used to do before you had a family and now that you have a family, you just totally make the 180 switch. I think it makes me feel like I have a purpose, you know? And I think like even like connecting with people on Twitter, you know, I don't care if you're a Bears fan, a Cubs fan, a Michigan Wolverine fan. I mean, I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk sports with anybody. I joke around. I have a sense of humor that's, you know, I can make jokes and make people laugh if we're not on the same team bandwagon or team, you know, we like the same teams. I can get along with Bear fans just as much as I can get along with Packer fans. You know, I got some pretty cool.
I got 2 Bear fans in my household. My parents.
I've got some pretty cool people lined up in the coming months on my podcast. That's all I'm going to say. I've got some people that are known on Twitter as Packer fandom coming up. I've had some in the past. Everyone that I've had on has been awesome. They've made me a better person. You know, people that I met on Twitter, because I don't leave my house much. Well, I mean, I do and I don't, but I don't really converse with people outside of my family, like at home, whatever. So I consider people an X part of family. So I just think people like that make me a better person too. You know, there's people you meet on my phone screen. But I think at some point we have to have a podcast, you and I, and you want to do some talking about something that means a lot to you too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get that planned. I think I got my little calendar here, and October right now is wide open. So I'm all booked all the way till October. So, but we'll have to get you in and have a chat about said subject and go from there. That could be part of what makes you a better person too, is spreading awareness as well. You know, I mean, it's up to you, but I'm just
that's my goal.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like some of the people I've had on in the past of like fans of certain teams. Like I went to like the Packers calendar, and I have them on like a day or two or the day of, like after the teams play. So like let's say I have like a Bears fan that's on. Let me see here. So the Packers and Bears play at noon, November 17th. And at 7 p.m. that night, I have a Bears fan on. So,
don't take it easy on him.
No, he was one that, and it's funny though. Like you talk to Bears fans and I mean, they like what the Packers are doing. They like Jordan Love. They think highly of him. You know. So
okay, I have tried for about 15 years now. I've tried to and I'm still going. I'm trying to put a campaign out there to tell Bears fans, just come on. Just come on. Just come along.
Come to the green and gold, baby.
My mom's threatened to kick me out a couple times.
Hey, I got a place for you up in Green Bay if you want, James.
Hell, I've even tried to go as far as trying to put a sticker on the back of the car. I'm still working on that.
What you got to get though is one of those window clings that exactly easily. Don't get something they got to sit there and chip at.
No. That's exactly what I was going to try to get a permanent sticker for the back of just a little sticker and I'm still working on that too. You know, like how you get the little window stickers. I'm just gonna stick one right. I'm still gonna work on this. I'm planning on just putting it on the back of the car in like a little corner.
You got to get one that's like, if you're a Packers fan, honk at me.
Ooh.
Oh,
I can find those. Okay.
Honk if you like cheese.
I'm gonna see if I can find one of those. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right then.
Let me see here. I got 5 more questions for you, then we'll wrap it up. But off air, I'll get you lined up in October sometime to have you on, if that's cool with you.
Gotcha.
I'll get you some dates and everything. But yeah, I mean, even it goes back to sorry, this jogged my memory. But what inspires me is coaching kids, coaching young ones. You know, I got hurt at work 3 years ago, having a hard time with whatever mentally and everything, and that's when I got into coaching. I was coaching my kids in basketball. I was coaching my kids in soccer. Then this last year, I coached my 2 boys who are on the same soccer team. I coached their team. At the same time, I was coaching my 2 older girls that were on the same team. So I was double duty coaching.
Oh, wow.
And now we're doing like there's De Pere and there's West De Pere. The river separates each side. There's a big rivalry, but like their Pop Warner tackling program just started last week, and I signed up to be a coach or an assistant coach for my youngest boy. He wanted to play football. He's 10, 11. But so they had combines to like try to match up, make teams and everything. Like they're doing different drills and everything. And he was going from 6:30 to 8:30 at night. It was Monday through Thursday. The next week wraps up combines, but then we have practices, and then we have games on the weekend and everything. So just like seeing the smiles on the kid's face is like rewarding to me, knowing that I'm doing a good job as a coach. So that kind of inspires me too to be like a good leader for the youth in the community.
You just made me think of something, and I can't believe I'm going to go here, but I'm going to say this. If I can get it out. The two people the reason why I am the way I am today, I've got the two best parents on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I would not be the person I am today without them. And I am beyond proud. I'm beyond proud to be their son.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I know I make them proud.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said you have a job that inspires you. You know what I'm saying? You're an inspiring person to people, on Twitter, from what I can see, And
I love all the support that I get from people.
Yeah. My parents divorced when I was like 3, and I haven't talked to my dad since. Oh, but my stepdad is my dad. You know what I'm saying? So like my biological sperm donor,
right,
is an inspiration for me to be to my kids what he wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Because what dad tucks their kids in the bed at night during a tornado warning and leaves the house and goes to his girlfriend's house?
Oh, damn.
Damn. But yeah, so I have no desire to ever talk to him in my life.
Cut the bait while you can't. Just cut the
done. The moment he left me and my brothers there for whatever, I think I was the one that got up and called my mom, and she came and got us, and it was over. It was done. But my stepdad is the one that stepped in with a single mom with 3 kids, 3 boys, and took over the role as dad. And he's been my dad since I can remember. So that's an inspiration to me too, to be what my dad wasn't for me and my brothers, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
So what risks are worth taking?
Oh, Lord. See, I'm not really a risk taker for the most part. Not really. That's a hard one. Yeah, I really don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, because I myself aren't really okay. If you count asking women out as a risk, then yeah, I've done it before. Obviously, I don't have to worry about that now. But that was, when I was younger, that was a risk I was willing to take.
Right.
I was not shy about it.
Yeah, I was more the kind of person that I didn't like sweat like asking somebody out. I just let it happen naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like at the point where I met my wife, that's probably the lowest I've been like mentally and like with drinking and whatever. When I was, in my early 20s, 22, 23. When she met me, her first impression of me was, who in the fuck is that guy? Like, I was just obliterated, you know? And she's the one that kept pursuing me and this and that. And next thing you know, like, I wasn't looking for anything at all. I just wanted to live the single life, whatever. And 19 years later, boom, here we are, So
yeah,
it's
funny how life works out, man. It's just, I wasn't exactly in the same boat, but I got how you feel. It's like, I was at a point where I was willing to I had gotten my heart broken so often, I was just willing to throw in the towel and give up.
Yeah.
But thankfully, my girlfriend Mary found me and gave me a chance.
And she found you via Twitter. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's, and like I always say, good things come to those who wait. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's always, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Low key, I was ready to punch somebody in the face. I kept hearing that so often. I was ready to punch somebody in the face, man. I'll be like, y'all stop telling me that. Because I didn't want to believe it. But lo and behold.
Now it happened.
More than a month later, I might add. I'm the happiest, honestly. I'm as happy as I've ever been.
Good. That's awesome.
She's made me really happy.
That's so cool. What is one of your favorite smells? For me, fall, burning leaves, coffee, and tailgating.
Oh, this is easy for me. Fries. What? You put a plate of fries in front of me. Just step back.
Okay, so what do you dip your fries in?
Okay, it's not really what I dip them in. It's what I cover them in. Hot sauce.
So for me, I love my hot stuff, my hot sauces, but I'll take mayo and hot sauce.
Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. We're gonna stop right now. Stop this right now. Let's pump the brakes. Mayo and fries don't go together.
But for me, I like mixing mayo and hot sauce. That's just how I am.
Okay, now that I can understand.
Yeah, I don't have mayo by itself with fries. I gotta add I add like hot sauce and paprika.
Thank God. Okay, I was about to say, thank God. If you did mayo,
no, I'm not that weird.
Oh, okay.
My wife likes to dip fries like in a vanilla shake or a chocolate shake.
Oh,
it's a thing. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This leads to the next question, James. What gets you fired up? People that dip their fries in mayo.
Well, how much time we got? Because what gets me fired? Well, the one thing that does. Seeing us win.
Yeah.
Seeing us win football games just
get your adrenaline going and just gets you pumped up.
I'm literally down in this basement every Sunday in the fall from probably 9 a.m. until the Sunday night game goes off.
Yeah.
It's appointment television.
Yeah, TV by appointment.
Don't do anything on a Sunday. And my parents are very good with that. They're like, yeah, just let him be. He's doing his thing. He's done enough for the week. Let him enjoy his football. And they're very good about that. Yeah. They don't ever disturb me when it comes to that.
Yeah, what gets me fired up is like a nice cold, not too cold, but like a crisp fall morning, smell of burning leaves, coffee being made, maybe like breakfast being made on a football Sunday. And for Packer home games, I'm right in path where the jets fly over, the fighter jets. Mm-hmm. So like they go over my house, and my whole house just shakes. And then that's when you know it's game time. that gets me fired up. It gets my blood going, man.
You play any one of the the um, the theme music, whether it's ESPN, Fox, CBS. I mean,
Oh yeah,
any
the
one of
intro.
them, yeah, any of them intros. I get in the zone and I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
I used to have forgot which one it was for a ringtone on my phone. I think it was the Fox one. But I used to have that intro for football as a ringtone on my phone. I think for like a text message alert, I had the "Gold Pack Go." But that I changed that. I usually have my phone on vibrate now. So ever since I got a Fitbit that I get the vibrating notifications, I just see who's calling me or texting me. I don't need to have some crazy out loud. That gets me fired up too is people out in public that have their phones on blast your eardrums out and it starts ringing and they don't flip and answer it. At least silence it. If you're going to let it ring and ring and ring and ring and ring and not answer it, silence it. Have some common courtesy. Or I'll come silence your phone for you. It's annoying.
You know what? This actually, you know what? This just, ooh. Okay. You just made me think of something. This really pisses me off with people. Y'all got to stop. Like this is how when I'm driving too. This happens all the time. Use your turn signal.
Yes.
For the love of Christ, please use your turn signal.
Absolutely.
When I'm behind you.
Yeah.
Man, I can't tell you how often I drive around and I see people in front of. I see the person in front of me not use their turn signal, and
you damn near rear end them.
Oh Lord, don't let me go there.
Yeah, don't go there.
Lord,
right.
That's the one thing that I really get mad at.
Okay, so last week, I had to take my wife's van in for an oil change. Real nice place, right in Green Bay, kind of by Lambeau. But I walk in, there was this old guy in there who was just an fender bender. So he's getting his car looked at to get an estimate for the insurance company. And he's sitting there with his phone like this on speaker. And he's talking super loud. And you can hear the person on the other end talking super loud. And I couldn't even concentrate. It was so loud. And then he got done with his conversation after about 25 minutes. And another lady walks in, an older lady. Same damn thing.
Keyword old. Old. See, that's the keyword old. They can't. They gotta hear They gotta hear some kind of way.
We don't want to hear what's going on. At least stand outside and do it, not in an enclosed little waiting room. Oh, that drives me nuts. People that walk around on speakerphone or video chat as they're walking around. Anyways.
It depends on where you are. If you're out somewhere, like in a big public setting, then yeah, go ahead, because you can't hear them anyway. Like if you're at a concert or something, yeah, shoot, can't nobody hear you anyway.
Okay, we're down to the final two questions for you, James, and we'll wrap things up until next time.
All right.
What would your spirit animal be?
Damn. Man, I really don't know. I've never been asked that. That's a hard one.
I hate the bears, but I think I'd be a teddy bear. Because I look big and mean, but deep down, I'm a nice person.
I really don't know. I got to really think about that.
All right.
I'll have to get back to you on that one, because that's
next episode. It's going to be the first question.
I'm going to think about that one.
Last one for you. What, if anything, keeps you up at night?
Well, nothing. Well, not this used to, but not anymore. Thunderstorms used to keep me up at night because I was little, and I just, I'd be scared of things. But nothing really keeps me awake anymore.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah. For me, I'm dealing with a lot of BS right now still with my work injury and all that that has to go with all that. So just thinking about, getting stuff in order getting stuff in line or lined up to make sure things are done right and the ball keeps moving with, every day and everything. So can't really say too much about it. So, but yeah, stuff like that and just making sure my family's taken care of pretty much. It's always a worry. So yeah. So what's the countdown? 34 days?
Yes, sir.
34 days. Well, listen, James, as always, I appreciate you being on. I will be in touch with dates tonight or tomorrow sometime for you. And we'll get something set up, and we'll have plenty of time, a couple of months to think about your spirit animal. But as always, I appreciate you being on. Would you mind telling people where they can find you at on Twitter?
It's at J16 James. I'm real easy to find.
Yeah. If you find me, you can find him.
Yeah.
We're usually retweeting somebody's or each other's posts. Well, you can't see likes anymore, can you?
No.
That's stupid. You know what else is stupid? That we can't. Twitter changed the streaming policy. Like with StreamYard. That's why I switched to YouTube, because I can't stream on Twitter anymore because I'm not unless I had a blue check. I'm not going to pay Elon Musk money to have a blue check.
Okay, I'll be damned.
So that's why I had to switch to YouTube. So
hey, you get more views this way. Hey, think about it that way.
Yeah, but you can find me at on Twitter or X, whatever you want to refer to it. I still call it Twitter. I don't care.
Me too.
It's CheezeTalk, CheezeE_podcast, or at YouTube, CheezeTalk Podcast, all one word. You can find me. I give out gifts when I reach certain goals. I got to think of the next gift I'm going to give out for 200 subscribers. I'm 51 subscribers away. So please, if you want to subscribe, follow James. He's a good follow, big Packer fan. If you guys don't know from my first podcast with him, he was the one pictured in the cheese head by Jordan Love's mom in Chicago, looking at his phone like it was blowing up like a bomb.
Boy, let me tell you something. I got a phone call. Actually, the very first call I got was from a former classmate of mine, a friend of mine. His name was Zach. And it was just out of the blue. And I couldn't hear a word he said. Next thing you know, y'all was flooding my phone everywhere. And I said, and my mom and I looked at each other. It's like, did you get a text saying we were on TV? And we couldn't believe it.
What a moment, though, right? You
Yeah.
and your mom were on national TV, Mom. Yeah, that's awesome. But that's what I mean, obviously, I've gotten to know you since then, but that's what I've known you for, is being that guy by Jordan Love's mom. And, obviously, this is the third time on, so it's gotten to know you a little bit better, so that's cool. And like I said, next time you're in Green Bay, let me know. We'll meet up. I'll give you a tour of the city, and we'll hang out and do whatever.
Hey, when the last time you've been in the Schaumburg area?
What's that?
When the last time you've been in the Schaumburg area?
Oh, it was a couple years ago, St. Patty's Day weekend.
Damn. So it's been a minute.
Yeah. We're down there for a cheer competition, but we haven't been in Chicago since, or in Illinois since. I tend to stay off the highways in Illinois because people in Illinois driving just get major anxiety.
Tell me about it.
But again, I'll get in touch with you after sometime tonight or tomorrow about open dates. We'll get you scheduled. And have a good night. And thanks again for being on, James. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Always a pleasure.
All right. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.